Good morning, traders. How are we doing today? Today is February 28th, 2025. Market opens in just a couple of minutes. And guys, it's crazy. This is the last day to trade for the month of February. Isn't that just crazy to you guys? I feel like the month went by fast, but the month also went by slow, So it's very interesting to me how it can feel like that. It was like the longest but shortest month of the year, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, crazy. We're gonna go ahead and share our links, get those spread around. QQQ is selling off. That's exactly what we want to see. Down to 4.99, breaking that support that it had previously. Let's see if it holds. Does it bounce back up? Do we start to begin to recover? Or is the tariffs that Trump has put into place or talking about going to affect the market even more? I know NVIDIA had a big sell-off today, about 2%. It actually had a little bit more significant than that. If we had up to highs here, about a 14% sell-off overnight on NVIDIA. So we may be playing SQQQ today, because when the market begins to sell off, SQQ will begin to rise. So we have about 10 shares so far, and we'll be adding to that position as time moves on if QQQ does begin to sell off. Now, if QQQ recovers, then we can see this recover back to like 509 potentially. So we're just watching that. And we're getting our links shared. Perfect. I love I love when everything goes smoothly, right? We're developing our consistency, showing up every day. We're getting our game plan, and we're executing daily. Even sharing the links now are getting much easier after doing them every single day, Monday through Friday with you guys. So everything just gets easier with time. As long as you stay consistent, you show up every day, and you learn from your losses, you take your losses as lessons, then yeah, we could begin to improve in our skills and our abilities as day traders. All right, so we do have our link shared to our Discord group. That is 100% free, lifetime access. It won't be free for long, so you may want to get in now while it is free. All right, and we are live. We also have a group of over 70,000 members on Facebook, Investing for Beginners community. It's one of the largest investing groups on Facebook. We are live. Hello, good morning. A lot of selling pressure. Let's see if this holds, or will this begin to sell off even more? SQQ pushing up. That's what I like to see as the markets begin to sell off. NVIDIA trying to push up, but I do believe it's going to get rejected and create lower lows for NVIDIA. Trump has tariffs. CPI report did come out as expected at 2.6%, but nonetheless, I just don't believe it's going to be enough to really get the market back up to where we want it to be. NVIDIA getting rejected literally as we were speaking, getting rejected. QQQ again getting rejected, and that means we are going to buy 20 shares at market of SQQQ, which brings us to a total of 30 shares right now. As this begins to show progress in that upward direction, then we will begin to buy more, and then if the market begins to recover, then we will lock in profits. Okay, QQQ still selling off. Now we can get a fake out here at 498. Okay, previous resistance 498.40. Okay, it broke 498.40. We're buying more shares of SQQQ, another 20 shares at market. So now we have 50 shares at 33.28. We did scale up into SQQQ as it pushes up due to the fact that QQQ is selling off. So are we going to see more selling pressure? I do believe we will. It's going to be a very weird, choppy day indeed. And yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it this morning with you all. Let's go ahead and look at any, let's see, what do we got going on today? So SoundHound AI did report earnings last night. And we'll go over that in just a moment. And Fubo TV report this morning. I'd love to look at Fubo because we did invest in this, or I didn't invest, but we traded it at one point. Oh my gosh. Fubo, what happened? Holy crap. Oh yeah, this thing, a huge gap down. So we could potentially see, I mean, I don't know. Look at this. It held support for a long time at $3.50, and now it is actually way below that mark. Way below that mark. Wow. Fubo. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, QQQ down to 497. Look at that sell-off. 497.20, 497.70. Is it starting to retrace? It is possible. SQQQ, we are up. As this begins to sell off more, SQQQ can push up even higher. I mean, this can easily get to, if we look at the daily, it can get up to 36, right? And test that moving average. So 50 shares, I'd love to see it, you know, up 100, 150 bucks today. That'd be great as the market sells off and retraces back to that 490 level. Can it get to 490? It's very possible for a 2% loss, which means we'd make about 246% on this trade right here. Market is still selling off. NVIDIA trying to recover. If NVIDIA can recover, it will actually move the market. But I mean, as far as Tesla's even down. I wanted to show you this on the daily. Tesla hits its moving average, and then it crosses over the moving average, indicating more selling pressure. I really do believe this can go to, you know, 250s, potentially even $200, guys. I do believe this can go down to $200. So we're going to set an alert at 250, see if it touches that point, because we are going to buy heavy when this does begin to recover. We are going to buy really heavy in Tesla. AMD selling off, NVIDIA still getting rejected, Google selling off, Microsoft selling off, Meta selling off, Amazon selling off. Everything is literally selling off today. Green alert below 250. Okay, QQQ trying to recover. Let's see if it does recover. Looks like NVIDIA is pushing from those 116 levels. Look at all the reports for NVIDIA overnight. Like, look at this. Insane. Stock steady after NVIDIA gives little steer. Tariffs rattle Europe. Pullback amid Blackwell ramp up. NVIDIA demand seen as inevitable. Pullback. NVIDIA needs to learn harder on U.S. sales. NVIDIA chip demand new remain robust as interferences take over. NVIDIA chip demand to remain robust. Oh, I already said that one. NVIDIA gaming unit weakened while auto unit gained. NVIDIA stock falters, but it's still been a strong U.S. earnings. Tariff risk rattles European shares. Wall Street mixed. Wall Street ends lower as tariffs risk rattle European shares. And this is crazy. Stock slump, dollar towers as Trump tariffs threat roils market. No place to hide from Trump tariff worries. I mean, look at all these. Singapore charges 3 with fraud, that media linked to NVIDIA chips. Stock tumbled, dollar firm as Trump tariff threat. So a lot of negative news, which actually could mean positive, to be honest, right? Look at this strong rally here from 496 back to $500. SQQ back to where we started here. And you know what? I'm still going to buy a couple shares down here at 33.12. I believe it's going to get rejected hard. Yeah, I got to 496 and then back to 500, but I do really think this can go to 490 today. Looking at the daily, potentially go to 490. And I could be completely wrong, and this could recover back to 510. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. Trading is risky. Do not copy me. How did Sound do as far as its earnings? Let's take a look. I think it beat its expected earnings. Yeah, and everything's at a low. I'm going to be selling, buying at a high. Soundhound AI bumps up 2025 outlook after 4Q sells double. Soundhound doesn't foresee impact from Trump tariffs. That's good to know. And I was thinking about trading Sound today because it had that support at about $9. And then it took a little dive right at the open. So I really strongly believe everything's going to sell off today. That could just be my opinion. Good morning. Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Matt. How you guys doing? Smash that like button for me. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, see me okay. What do you guys think? The last trading day of February 2025. What a month, right? What a month to be had. It was an awesome month to show up to the markets with you all. And we'll continue to do it as we push on into next month. Smash that like button for me so other people can find this live stream. It's pushing. It's really pushing. Maybe that 496 was somewhat of a fake out here. 496. Yeah, there's a lot of consolidation down in that level. I'm going to bring it down to where it actually bumped. 497. Basically 497 right there. 497. There we go. Getting rejected. Possibly getting rejected. So I want to be patient for these pullbacks. I bought at 33.28, 33.46, and 33.10. So, I got in the 40s, but that's quite all right. We're still able to make some money here as the market sells off. Tesla going to retest its moving average. AMD getting rejected from its moving average. NVIDIA selling off. Trying to hold above 116, but struggling. Google pushing up, but now getting rejected at pre-market levels. Microsoft getting rejected still. Meta trying to retest that average, but getting rejected. Amazon getting rejected. Apple getting rejected. So everything is in a downward state. We have actually been like this for quite some time now. Everyone's waiting for that possible reversal, but it doesn't mean it has to play out today, tomorrow, or even next week, guys. From highs of 541, even if you go off of previous days after that consolidation, highs of 540 to 496, that was a 8% sell-off in a week. So the market has sold off 8%. I believe 10%, 10 to 20% is a correction, and I believe anything over 20% is a crash. Okay, so we're very close to market correction, and just as close to a potential market crash. So I'm interested to see what happens as this, of course, Friday plays out. My plan does not have to go according to plan. This can actually rally and begin to push up very easily. But with that said, even greed index is super high, and when greed index is high, that means people begin to sell, which brings down the price even more. Okay, so I'm curious to see what happens today. There's a lot of greed in a market that is very bearish, but it's also, again, at those levels of support where, this could be that bull trap where, okay, guys, it's bounced at 497 here, went up to 538, bounced at 500 and went back up to 535, came back down to 509, went up to 540. So now everyone's expecting it to bounce at like 500 or 497. It doesn't have to. It really doesn't. It can come back down like it did previously and test that moving average. So let's see. I'm still interested in what this is doing here. A lot of choppiness. We can get a lot of consolidation today as well. So just to let you guys know that. Also, if this is your first time watching, you found me by accident, or you're just scrolling YouTube this morning trying to find something new and different to watch on a daily, well, you found it. We go live every day at market open for 30 minutes to an hour. I showcase my trades to you, buy and sell, lock in profits or lose money, all live for you to learn from, right? I know when I started, I learned best by watching people do it, and I didn't have that luxury when I first started to watch a live stream like this, get inside someone's head and ask them real questions in real time and get real answers. So I'm offering that to you all for free right now, 100% free, lifetime access. Get in now while it is free though, because it might not be free for long. Okay, QQQ trying to find that reversal. Looks like it probably can find that reversal very easily. We're gonna wait and see. Could be a fake out. Be very careful for a fake out here today, guys. Going up or down. Market can be choppy, and we can all make money. We can all make money from today. All right. This looks like it is getting rejected. Is it going to hold? Let's see. Or will this be the area of reversal? Again, it can reverse very easily. We're trying to play a breakout. Doesn't mean it has to break out, right? We trade these a lot, just like with QQQ on the reverse, how it bounces on these levels. QQQ is doing the same thing. It's trying to bounce off of these previous support levels that it had. So are we going to get that bounce, or are we going to see more selling pressure? It looks like it is getting rejected again. Now, if this sells off majority of the day, then I will hold my SQ position even longer. But if this does begin to recover, I will have to cut my losses on SQQQ because the market can recover for no reason at all, besides just a lot of psychological support at 500 bucks. People are comfortable buying at 500. People are comfortable buying Tesla at 280. I don't understand why, but they are. AMD, everything's trying to recover. The question is, can it recover? Yes, it can very easily. I guess the real question is it going to, right? Is it going to recover? So now if we do break 497 again, and then we break to 496 and begin to make lower lows, then this can very easily go down to 490, 480. And if it recovers, then it could push up to 509. Okay, getting rejected. I'd love to hear, what are you guys doing this weekend? You guys have any plans? Anything fun going on? I'd love to hear it. Okay, here we go. Looks like we're going to make higher highs potentially. Retesting that moving average again on the 5-minute. If this passes that, we could see it being very bullish. Maybe even go up to those 519, even those 515 levels again. Okay, getting rejected again. That's a good sign for us. As long as it keeps getting rejected off of this moving average, then we are okay. The only thing is I wish I would have bought a little bit more down in this level. Potentially, right? Potentially. We are shorting the market, just to let you guys know. We are not going long. If we are going long, and if you think maybe you want to go long, and you believe QQQ will recover at these levels, then you can actually buy TQQQ. It's a heck of a lot cheaper, guys. From $500 to $70. That's like, 20, what is that, like 20, 25% cheaper? Or, I'm sorry, like 75% cheaper, 80% cheaper to buy it like that. And it's a 3 times triple leverage. So if QQQ recovers 1%, TQQQ will recover 3%. If QQQ sells off, say 3% today, then SQQQ could go up 9% today. So pretty amazing. I'm not saying it has to sell off 3%, but say it sold off even back to where it was, even 1%, we can make 2% on SQQQ today. Or let's do this. And let's go like this. So I'm risking about $30, 2%, to make about, I guess, $35 to $40. So, I was expecting it to go up more. Let's see, looks like it's getting rejected. Or is it holding? Let's see. It's going to hold above these moving averages or not. Looks like it might. Looks like we might get a really good recovery. There we go. Looks like it might begin to pump up and reverse. Let's see if it gets rejected or not. Looks like it already is starting to get rejected. Gonna be very choppy this morning. Very, very choppy. Someone said you can't go broke buying the dip. Okay, yeah, you actually can. Here we go. Are we getting rejected? Looks like we're getting rejected again. NVIDIA is still struggling. And guys, NVIDIA is a market maker. Okay, whether you believe so or not, NVIDIA has a almost 3 trillion market cap, okay? $3 trillion market cap. So if this sells off or pushes up, it affects the entire market, okay? It's having a hard time getting above that moving average, which makes it hard for QQQ. NVIDIA, big sell-off here. Oh, maybe not. Pushing up off of the EMA. Lot of choppy. Go, are we getting rejected? Just trying to hold, but it's having a hard time. Let's see what the VIX is. Yeah, VIX is selling off slightly too. Go. A lot of choppiness, guys. I do apologize. Not the most fun live stream in the world, but I gotta make it more entertaining. Maybe we could put some music on and get that going. Here we go. Back to 499 on QQQ. Are we gonna sell off even more? Whew, I'm getting warm now, guys. I'm gonna take off my jacket. All right. Oof. Need a haircut, guys. Maybe we'll get a haircut this weekend. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And you know what's funny? I do my own hair. I cut my own hair, so it's like people think, oh, I need to get a haircut. I need like $20, $40, whatever you guys spend. And I'm like, I need a haircut. I just saved $20. So every time I get a haircut, it feels good because I saved money. I don't know. It's weird. You guys feel like that sometimes? That's so funny. It wants to sell off. Here we go. Still selling off. QQQ pushing up. Love to see this sell off quite a bit more. I'd love for it to go down to 490. Whew, that would be beautiful. 490 retracement. What will that even be? What will that even look like? 490, 1.8%. 1.8%. 1.8, 18, 36. Yeah. Potentially about 3%. About a 3% profit. 50 bucks or so. Let's get it. Let's see if it goes. QQQ. Not looking too good. Making lower lows. Getting rejected off of that moving average. Struggling. Sound reversal. Oh yeah. Yep, from 9 to 10. 100 shares from 9 to 10, 100 bucks. Very nice. Very nice. VIX starting to sell off. QQQ back to 500. Trying to hold that 500 range. So it gets rejected again. I do believe everyone's going to be buying, right? They're going to be buying at these levels. Everyone thinks it's cheap, which it is. Everything is cheaper. Definitely cheaper than what it was. Also, start some chatter in the Discord, guys. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear what you're trading, what you're watching today. Let me know in the Discord chat. We got the YouTube live chat. We got the Discord chat. Let's go ahead and make some noise, guys. Glad to be here with you all today. Throw some fires in there. How about that? Throw 100 percenters. Yeah. All right. Boom, boom. Testing that moving average again. Very choppy indeed. Bought some MST for long term. Nice. Good job. I want you guys to be cautious today, right? Very, very aware that the markets are oversold. Or they're oversold. They are. They can recover. So I want you guys to be aware of that. Here we go. Looks like it may turn bullish. We may have to cut our losses. We'll see if it continues to get rejected. Big move up. $502. It is testing. $502.30. 32.60. Gonna get rejected. It was not a very strong bull candle. Did not look like it. There we go. I don't know, guys. This is really, really choppy today. This is super choppy. And it's Friday. So, you know, usually Fridays are kind of like this. Usually there's a lot of sellers on Friday, people getting out of their positions because they don't want to hold them overnight. Sometimes they'll hold them for the day or for the week, but typically a lot of people won't hold overnight. You know, is what it seems like sometimes. QQQ back to $4.99. Take my $8 loss. Do I let this push up? I believe it can go back down, guys. I mean, this thing continues to get rejected. Continues to get rejected at this level. A lot of consolidation. Yeah. I don't know. Bitcoin seems to be pushing up as well. So, I mean, Bitcoin could also affect the market. Look at that. We talked about this several times. Several times we've talked about Bitcoin retesting that moving average. Now, retest the 45. Can it get back down to that 200-day moving average? It could. Does it have to? No. Look at that. Strong push up and then strong rejection back to, what is that, 78,000? Now trying to push up, but if it can't get above that moving average and hold, this will actually get rejected and make lower lows. Doesn't look like it's doing very good. This is making nothing but a downward progress. And like an aggressive downtrend too, not just a little downtrend. I mean, this thing is aggressively selling off. Yep. Aggressively selling off. Following that trend line pretty, you guys see that? Pretty significantly here. Following that trend line. So it's going to have to get above this trend line, really, in order for it to break out, or it's going to get rejected again. Jet AI, we traded this yesterday. We're going to take this off. ANET. ANET looking good. Still at that support, right? We had a subscriber call this out. Pushed up. It sold off after he called it out. A little disappointed. He even apologized to the group, but you don't have to apologize. It was a great setup from support, crossed over those moving averages, and hey, it got rejected. There's nothing wrong with that. Now it's doing the same thing. It's finding that support, potential push up again, and hey, it's a good call out. Same thing with CrowdStrike, another good call out, right? At those support levels, pushing up, getting rejected, at support again. Celsius at support. Synex selling off. PLTR selling off, finding support at about 78. Uber finding that support. SoFi bouncing off at 13.55. Like to see it. SMCI trying to push up from $39, guys. There was a huge pullback just recently. We're just going to go ahead and do this for now. It's for my trade recaps. Went from $66 to $40 to $39. Jeez Louise. A 41% sell-off. It's now pushing up. LUNR sold off to $12.62. Isn't that just lovely? Which means this is denied. XPEV holding above its what was resistance, now support. And sound, very beautiful, still up to 1019. That was a play to make today. Thought about trading it, but because of earnings, I saw this huge push up and then a sell-off back to support. Hey, could have been a really nice play today. Nonetheless, we missed out on that opportunity. That opportunity is now gone. There's no reason to buy at these levels to make, 4% when the downside is, 9 or 10%. Gold slightly pushing up from selling off this week. QQQ to 501. It did break above that moving average. Well, technically on the 5-minute it has not, so let's see. But looking good, right? Strong area of support, showing signs of bullish, curling over on the MACD. Not a lot of buyers are stepping in right now, so that's kind of interesting to me to see. Whew. And I'm sick still. This should be my last day of sickness, I hope. Feeling better, but still sick. Yeah, if this holds above, we are toast. And it looks like we are toast already. Look at those candles, how it started making higher highs and higher lows. Yep, we should have went bullish today. And it's hard to tell though, right? It could still get rejected. 502 still a strong resistance. 502.37. Could be a false breakout. Could go up and then come back down. Okay, finding some rejection at 501.20s. 501.25. Nope. Excuse me. There we go. Looks like we might get the recovery. Tesla pushing up. AMD. NVIDIA still struggling. Google, Microsoft struggling. Meta recovering. Amazon and Apple trying to push above that moving average. $502.37, previous pre-market resistance. 502.37, guys, is previous resistance. And it got rejected at it got rejected at pre-market resistance. Trying to bounce off of the moving average again. What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA getting rejected. There we go. NVIDIA pushing up. And it's going to pass over that moving average, which means we are probably going to get cooked on this position. Sell. Looks like it's going to break pre-market resistance. Yep. Yep, should have known. Look at this. Why would I buy here for more when there's a clear support right here? I mean, it could get rejected off of the 503 and it can continue to push up. So, I mean, 502.50, 502.60. NVIDIA getting rejected. Coming back down. 502.73. Well, there's my 2% loss. Is it a trap? Let's see what happens here. This is where I should have been buying, technically, like this morning, buying at 32.50 to 33.50. You know, that could have been $100 with 100 shares. Okay, getting a strong rejection candle at 502, all the way back down to 51.50. Is this just the beginning of it going up, or does this get rejected again, right? We have a lot of choppiness last couple days, a lot of choppiness before it sold off. Previously, when it was at that support level, you know, had some choppiness before it pushed up. Here, it had a lot of choppiness, but slowly made its way up still. So I'm curious to see what happens with this one here. Not making higher highs, not really making higher low or lower lows. Just kind of stagnant right here at 501. Between 490, well, right in the 500 range. And it could be very bullish. NVIDIA still trying to push up. It's a battleground right here. Sorry the live stream is so slow today. I do apologize. Okay, more selling pressure as NVIDIA sells off. Getting rejected from that high again. Look at that. 2 levels. It's getting rejected. It's either going to break out or it's going to sell off. Look at that doji candle, man. Doesn't know whether to go up or down. Looks like it's going to push up. No, looks like it's going to push down. We get a new candle in 15 seconds. We get a new candle in 10 seconds. Let's see where this heads. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, curling over. Let's see if we get a rejection here. Okay, is it going to get rejected? Curling over on the MACD. That's what we want to see. That means QQQ will get curl over on the MACD. SQQQ will begin to push up. Okay, I really think that NVIDIA is going to continue to get rejected. I believe this 116 to 121 was a nice little rally from pretty much resistance to basically support to resistance levels, a $5 move. You know, I'm not sure it can do another one of those as it's getting rejected. You know what I mean? I could see, you know, NVIDIA going down to, you know, who knows, honestly, 111 maybe, 112. I mean, it's really hard to tell here. 112 potentially, and maybe even $100. It was there before. Doesn't mean it has to. Could also hold right here above that moving average, but again, doesn't have to. Very strong red candle. We'll see if it gets rejected. If it does, then we will sell. Then SQQ will continue to push up, and we can sell at those levels. NVIDIA. I think it's going to continue to get rejected. But there are a lot of bulls out. It's Friday. It could continue to push up too. Here we go. Buyers are stepping in. Trying to test that 121.69 again, and it's not even a resistance level. It is testing that 45-day moving average though, and it got rejected on the 30-minute. Bouncing off moving average on the 5-minute. Trying to anyways. Okay, it looks like it wants to push up. It is trailing along with that 9-day EMA. Yeah, looks like QQQ is going to continue to make those highs. It looks like it's going to hold. It's going to make new highs. And we are getting out, guys, okay? We are going to get out of our trade. And then every time we do, it looks like it's going to get rejected. Oh, no, it's not getting rejected. Oh, my gosh. Okay, that was a fail. That was a fail. 40 on the day. Keep your losses small. Keep your losses small. 2% on the day. But if we can make 2% every day, say 3-4 times a day, then taking a break-even day or a 2% loss doesn't really affect the account. Our goal here is to make 5 to 10% a week, which you can easily make 20 to 40% a month by simply, locking in 2% profit a day and making sure when you do lose, it's only about 2%. So, should have went long on TQQQ, 70, $70 at, even 100. 100 shares, that'd be $7,000. But that's a $2 profit. That's 4% on TQQQ. So even $1,000, you could have made the 40 bucks, right? We were just on the wrong side of it today. And I should have known support levels make more sense than a resistance level breakout, right? So that's all right. Hey, now we know. All right, guys. Well, that's where we're going to end the live stream. It was a great week trading with you all. I had a lot of fun. It's always one of my best highlights of the day. And if you want to watch me trade as live as Monday morning, then definitely subscribe to the channel, join our Discord, and we will see you all in our Sunday stock talk and game plan for next week. That'll be on Sunday. Thank you for your time, guys, and have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. And we'll talk to you all another time.